StepBible.org is a great way to read the Bible and study it as deep as you like. It has Bibles in hundreds of languages and interfaces in dozens of languages. So you and your friends all over the world can use it in your mother tongue. And you can find out about two important languages you may not know, Hebrew and Greek, the original languages from which our modern Bibles were translated. Step Bible will help you understand the original languages without knowing them. Here we are in Genesis 1. Let's expand the area by removing the opening help. Then go to Genesis 2 by clicking on the next arrow. Or you can type the chapter you want. The program works with most abbreviations. I typed Gen 1, and because we already had Genesis 2 open, it amalgamated them. Or click on the chapter number and pick the book and chapter you want. To add another version, click on the version that's open, ESV in this case, and pick one or more from the list. Let's add the NIV, KJV, and the Catholic DRC. Try to pick at least one with the V for vocabulary. You'll see why in a bit. Then click OK and enter or press find to confirm your change. Now we have 4 versions for every verse. We can delete the ones we don't want by clicking on the X. So let's delete the NIV and the DRC. Or we can add one by just typing. So I'll type Spanish. This gives us 3, so I'll pick the modern NBI. And again, press enter or click on find. Now perhaps you want to find every verse where the word created occurs. Just type it. It offers you the topic, i.e. a subject search, or a text search for that word. So let's search for the text in the versions we've picked. Now notice it only shows the 3 verses in Genesis 1 that contain created, because during a search, the reference acts as a range. That is, it only searches the text in that section. So, to see every occurrence in the Bible, just delete Genesis 1. Or perhaps you want to include all forms of the word create, so you can use an asterisk for anything at the end of the word. In other words, just remove created and type in CREAT and then asterisk, and any word starting with those letters will be found. And now we have create and creature and creation, etc. But let's be more accurate and look for the word in the original language. If you hover over created, you get a quick dictionary entry for it. This only works for the versions with the vocabulary feature mentioned before. If you click on created, you get much more information about the word in a sidebar. So now you know that the Hebrew word behind created is bara, and you can see exactly what it means. And you can click on search for this word to find all the verses that have just that Hebrew word. But before you do that, let's open a new panel so that we can keep this first search. So click on the plus at the top right of the panel to open a new one, and the new one has a dark border around it to show this is now the active panel. Now, when we click on search this word, they are listed in this new panel. So now we can see that the word creatures in Genesis 1:20 isn't in the new list. It doesn't have the word bara behind it. And if you hover over that word, creatures, you find out why. It's actually the word for souls. It wouldn't be good English to translate swarms of living souls, so the translators used the word creatures instead. As you can see, this tool lets you understand many hidden details in the translations. Now let's be lazy and do a topic search. This will organize everything for us. Let's make some room first by closing one of the panels, and in the remaining panel picking just one Bible. And now delete the create and type creation. Now we're offered a search for that word in the text, or we could search for all the places where that Greek or that Hebrew word occurs, or you could combine them in all translations. But let's look at the topic, i.e. a subject search. The first level searches the section headings in the Bible. Why is Galatians 6 there? Oh yes, Paul's talking about the new creation. Nave's subject organises the Bible for us, but the real power comes in Nave's related subjects. Now we can quickly find the verse about creation of Adam, of animals, heaven, Israel, new creation, etc. To see the verses, click on an entry. So if we click on the creation of woman, we find the verses talking about that. And that opens, if you click on the reference, it opens in a new panel. But before we do that, notice that when we hover over reference, we can see the words that are used in each verse. So if we hover over Genesis 1:27, we can check to see whether the word translated created is actually that special verb bara. And yes, you can see both the one at the start and that one at the end is Hebrew bara. So we click on the verse number and it opens in a new panel. Let me just point out the cross-references. You click on them to open them. They often take you to places you hadn't thought of. Genesis 15:12 and 1 Samuel 26 are two other times when God makes someone sleep, like he made Adam sleep to make Eve. Well, things are getting rather confined here with all these panels open, so let's close the side panel by clicking on its button, and then click on the cog and untick the cross-references. You'll probably notice some interesting options for vocabulary, etc. These relate to even more features. There's lots of them. We'll have to look at those in other videos. Have fun.